After Terence Crawford beat Errol Spence, he initially said that he didn't want to fight Canelo because his weight class is for a reason. But as the days wore on and all the praise mounted up, and it's so sunk in to what a great, amazing thing that Terence did, he started saying that now he's only interested in big money fights and legacy building fights. So initially when asked about Canelo Alvarez, who is the biggest possible fight in all of boxing for Terence Crawford or anybody, biggest money fight and also the biggest legacy building fight, Terence Crawford said, look, start at 135, I would fight Canelo, but no more than 158 to 160 pounds. But then, after it sunk in and he got gassed up, Terence Crawford got super gassed up from his, and deservingly so, from his victory over Spence, he started thinking, you know what? I'm already undisputed in 2 different weight divisions. I want to be undisputed in a 3rd weight division. And a fight against Jermell Charlo is enticing, but nothing's like Canelo. I want to jump up to 168 and I want to fight Canelo for the 168-pound super middleweight undisputed crown. So then Terence Crawford jumps on Joe Rogan and starts talking about this.
I know I wanted to fight Jermell, but if he lose to Canelo, for a person to go up 3 weight classes from 147 to 168 and to win and become undisputed, wow. What can they say? 3-time undisputed champion and the smaller fighter that went up 3 weight divisions to conquer one of the baddest mans besides himself that's been doing it for probably longer than me.
So you said 68, but you mean 54, right?
No, 68.
You want to go up to 68. So who?
I think that's the biggest fight in boxing. He beat Charlo, Terence Crawford, Canelo. That's the biggest fight in boxing, hands down. No, I would definitely have to gain weight.
Yeah.
You know, he's big, like muscular-wise, but far as like height,
right?
Nah. I hear him now. You too little. You know, Canelo gonna break you. He's gonna stop you. You come from 147, that weight too big, this and that. I can hear now. But in my mind, in my heart, I don't think nobody too big, you know, especially in a fight. I'm a fighter. You start sizing them up. You be like, all right, he 5'8", I'm 5'8". My arm's longer than his. He bigger than me, but I'm faster. You know, so then you start doing the advantages. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, man, we right there.
Yeah.
So after weighing, you know, everything, Terence Crawford realizes, we're about the same height, I'm faster, he's bigger, everything evens out, I got a shot. My mental, Terence Crawford's mental, he's like, my mental is enough with my skills to beat Canelo. And now Canelo and Charlo just fought. Terence did say he'll take the winner. Canelo was the clear winner. And then Terence Crawford puts out these tweets, kind of crapping all over Charlo. Look, I'm not a fan of crapping on a fighter, you know, anybody, especially when you are a fighter, you know, but at the same time, Terence Crawford is also trying to build momentum and promote his possible fight with Canelo. I think that's one of his main motivations. And the fact that Charlo talked crap about him in the past. You know, Terence Crawford's one of those guys that if you challenge him, he won't start it, but he's going to try his hardest to finish it. But here's the problem. When Canelo was asked about fighting Terence Bud Crawford, this is what he said.
I can't go down anymore. But you know, like he say, you know, when they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't wanna get credit for that fight. It's the same for me. I don't need to take that fight because then everybody's gonna say it's too small, and then, you know.
Terence Crawford, his name keeps coming up, and I know he's a lot smaller than you. Is that a fight that you would ever consider under any circumstance?
You know, I always say if the fight make sense, why not? But he's not in the plan.
He's not in the plan?
No.
So now the question remains, will Terence Bud Crawford fight Saul Canelo Alvarez for the undisputed super middleweight championship of the world? Unfortunately, it's not looking like it's going to happen. As much as Bud wants to do it, you know, where Bud has stated, I only want legacy and big money fights. I'm not fighting Boots Ennis, who is the biggest challenge skill-wise probably within his division. Canelo kind of said the same thing. I'm looking for big money legacy fights. I'm not fighting Benavidez, who is the biggest challenge in his weight division. But that also holds true for him fighting Bud Crawford. Why would I fight somebody smaller? Those are called lose-lose. Lose meaning, if I win, people say, Bud was smaller, you're supposed to win. Just like they kind of said about Charlo. And if he loses, people say, well, you lost to a smaller guy. So, as much as this fight salivates all of boxing purists' mouths, pause, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think Canelo wants any part of it. Canelo would rather go up and fight for the cruiserweight title, just like Bud would rather go up and fight for the super middleweight title. Everybody's chasing greatness here, and unfortunately, I don't think the two paths are going to align for those two guys fighting each other. Now, don't get me wrong. I really want to see that fight. That fight would be dope. I'd have to lean towards Canelo, maybe more than a lean. 60-40, maybe even 70-30 for Canelo. But damn, I would love to see that fight. Let me know what you guys think. You think those guys are ever going to fight? Tell me in the comments.